alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man, D-Real, coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment explains it. Hot story past couple of days. CEO Bob Iger selling off 80% of his Disney stock. And he was the chief stock owner. What does that mean? What is Bob Iger up to? I can tell you what I think. I can tell you, what common sense and experience tells us. But before I tell you any of that, or should I say share it with you, that means we're going to have to do what we need to do before we do what we want to do, and that is comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you can share it with other people. You can ask other people if they like it. And you can ask other people to subscribe just like you're subscribed. So when new material comes out, you get it if you're digging. What a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share because edutainment is what I do. We're going to talk about some articles. Then we're going to talk about some most stuff. Mostly articles and most stuff. Okay, this right here is what everybody got their panties in a bunch about. Disney CEO Bob Iger quietly dumps company stock before billionaire showdown. Okay. Disney CEO Bob Iger has been loudly proclaiming that the iconic media corporation is currently on the upswing and rebounding from years of box office flops and controversy. Okay, so that means inside the magic, Disney is admitting that Disney has had box office flops and failures. So I don't want to hear no more conversation about if they did or didn't succeed or fail, because you got them telling you themselves they failed. The Walt Disney Company is currently in something of a crisis mode as its board of directors faces an aggressive campaign by billionaire investor Nelson Peltz, who is supported by former Marvel Entertainment chair and longtime Iger rival Ike Perlmutter. Uh-oh. And former CFO Jay Rasulo. CFO. Oh my. That ain't a good look. Who are attempting to seize a control block of seats. Similarly, Blackwell's Capital, another investment group, is doing the same. In the midst of all of that, shareholders and the public at large are wondering if and when Bob Iger has any plans to leave the Walt Disney Company, the organization at which he has spent most of his professional life and is widely associated with. While Iger can only say it is a priority to replace him, the fact that he is rapidly dumping Disney stock, even as he claims to be looking toward the future, might hint that he actually has some plans afoot. Now, this is what I want you to pay attention to. Bob Iger is one of the single largest individual shareholders of the Walt Disney Company, along with former CFO Christine M. McCarthy, who I might add has experience with other companies like Interstate Bank and Procter & Gamble. 30 years of experience. Now, I read in the body of this that there are two CEOs forming up with the ops to more or less raid Disney. What does a CFO do at a company? The term Chief Financial Officer, or CFO, refers to a senior executive responsible for managing the financial actions of a company. The CFO's duties include tracking cash flow and financial planning, as well as analyzing the company's financial strengths and weaknesses and proposing corrective action. Yo, that sounds like a CFO has deep, intimate information about the workings of companies. And he's got two former CFOs banging under the boards against him. Let's read on. Bob Iger, like I said, leading shareholder with Christine McCarthy. Although these are not officially verified numbers, as of a year ago, it was reported that the Disney CEO owned approximately 1,030,000 shares of Disney stock. He currently owns some 204,899. That is a pretty massive sell-off. And while Iger is not obligated to explain what he's doing with his own assets, it raises some eyebrows. Now, that is just some of the reporting that was done by Inside the Magic. Disney, that I would dare say, is a company that would look favorably towards the actions of Bob Iger, or reporting positively on him. That doesn't sound like any positive report. Now, when we go over here, and this fool got the nerve to be smiling on this one. This is 247wallstreet.com. Okay. Financial leading site. What we got? CEO Bob Iger slashes Disney stake by 80%. That's the day before the story with Inside the Magic dropped. Investors can learn much by paying attention to how corporate insiders handle positions in their own companies. People may sell shares for various reasons, including buying a house, paying for college, or getting ready for retirement. Generally, they buy for just one reason: because they expect to make money. Often, one of the largest and best informed shareholders in any company is the chief executive officer. Let's see whether Disney CEO Robert Iger has been increasing or decreasing his shares over the past year, and whether he knows something we don't. We know who the Disney company is. That's what they're explaining. That's basically who the Disney company is, and all of the other subsidiary companies that they own. And as you can see, if you look through here, follow my cursor, FX, Lucas, Marvel, National Geographic, Pixar, Searchlight, 20th Century Studios, 20th Television, Hulu, Hotstar, Disney Plus, ESPN. See what I'm saying? So they got money. Not to mention all the theme parks. Bruh. Pay attention. Company founded in 1923, based in Burbank, California. Competitors of the Disney company include Comcast, cable, Six Flags, amusement parks, Sony, everything, Warner Brothers Discovery, everything. Now, we know Iger became the CEO in 2005, served until 20, took up the reins again in 22. The company, excuse me, dead burn it there. The company posted over 88.9 billion in revenue and has a market capitalization near 197.5 billion. The stock is up about 5.5% from a year ago, despite being in the red for much of the latter half of last year. The S&P 500 is 24% or so higher in the past year. Disney shares recently hit a 52-week high of $112.92 apiece. That means if you want to buy one share of Disney stock, you would have to pay $112.92 for that stock. A year ago, Iger owned around 1 million shares from that previous site where there was a number around about there. Let's back up. Smiling Bob. Where's his stuff at? Where's his info at? Did I miss something here? Did I go past something? No, I don't think I did. Okay, right there. Disney CEO owned 1,030,000. Okay. Sounds about right. Okay. Around 1 million. And that's a worth of 97.2 million. Now he owns around 187,000 shares, about 200,000 shares. Okay. So an 80% decline in the shares that he owns. An 80% decline. That means basically out of 100% of the shares you own, you're selling 80% of them. Y'all, I don't need to go no further with this article. I can speculate a bunch of things. But just like it said in that article, you only sell when you need something. And one of the things that it said was retirement. So what does common sense tell you? What direction is common sense pointing in when it comes to the Disney company and Bob Iger specifically? Just from what you've gleaned, from what I've been telling you, and what you've read, and what you know. I've been telling y'all for the better part of what, about 2, almost 3 years, it's probably not a good idea to patronize or fool with them. And now you're starting to see why. They knew all along, but as long as you keep giving them money, as long as you keep contributing to their projects, then that's how they're able to do what they do. I don't tell you what you do with your money, but think about it. The writing's on the wall. The numbers are right there in front of you. What do you think's gonna happen? Yeah, that was a cup from an investment group. Free pub. Y'all better come talk to me. Huh. Is that right? Well, y'all, I don't think I really need to say too much more. I'm not gonna go a bashing. That's not what I'm not finna bash nobody. I'm not gonna bash Bob Iger. I'm not gonna bash Disney Company because those articles speak volumes on their own without me saying anything about it. So y'all tell me what y'all think Bob Iger is doing and what y'all think is happening with the Walt Disney Company. Look here, y'all. That's it for now, but fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, yeah, y'all be good and be good to each other.